Hey everybody, welcome back to Stone Mountain BBQ. I'm Jason, and it's been a long time since I've seen you. I hope you haven't left me, I hope you haven't forgot about me, but we've got a brand new video, the first video of 2019. Yeah, I know, we're a little bit late to the game. Anyway guys, today we're going to be smoking up some pork belly burnt ends. I can't wait, I got a surprise to show you later on. Stick with me, we'll see what we can do. Alright guys, we've got a 5.5 pound pork belly. We've got the skin taken off. I just took it out of the pack and it's a little bit thin over on one corner, so we're probably just going to lop that off and then make our little cubes out of what we have left. But as you can see right here, it's pretty thin. We may fry it up and see what we can do, but we're going to try to square it and keep it squared up. But really what you're going to want to do is keep it about 1 inch to 1.5 inch cubes, and I'm just going to use the blade here on my slicer to kind of keep up with how thick. And then since we made that cut there, we'll just go ahead and try to even that out. That one's going to be pretty big. These will shrink up though because they've got a lot of fat in them. So don't worry if you get a little bit bigger than normal on some. And then we'll spin it around and start doing it the other way. So we'll go ahead and do about 1 inch cube there, and that's going to be what you want. Now you see there's a lot of fat in that, but it is going to render as you cook. Now I told y'all I had a surprise for you, and so I hope you stick around for that. But I'm going to go ahead and finish getting these cut up. Like I said, some of these are pretty thin, so we won't use those. Alright guys, we've got these pork belly burnt ends all cut up. They're ready to get some seasoning on them. Now what you're going to want to do with pork belly burnt ends, you want to set the bark, you want to braise them, and you want to glaze them. So first thing we're going to do is get these things in some rub. We're doing a mixture of 3 of probably some of my favorite rubs. The first one's going to be Plowboy's Barbecue Yardbird. A little bit of Blues Hog, just their original dry seasoning. And then we're doing Lambert's Sweet Rub of Mine. Need to get you some more of that. We've got it in a bag, we've got them all mixed up, and we're actually just going to do this kind of like shake and bake. We're just going to toss them in there, shake them around, and then get them set down on our pans for whenever we take them out to the smoker. So you just want to drop 1 or 2 of them in there, kind of make a grip, shake it up a little bit, and then grab them. That's going to get you the best coverage across the board on each one of these. I'm going to get these finished up and I'll check back in with you here in just a second. Alright guys, we're out here in the rain. It's a terrible day, but I promised I'd put a new video out this Monday. If you didn't tune in to the live video last week, you don't know what's sitting behind me. So, here's the surprise. Last month, we picked up the Pit Boss Austin XL pellet grill. Now I know, I've been a die-hard offset smoker fan since I started this channel. I love my Pecos. However, over the last year of doing videos, wifey and I have decided that this may help us to get things done at the house and still get videos out to you guys, because we can set it and kind of forget it. So these pork belly burnt ends are already getting happy in some smoke. We're burning some hickory smoke today with some pellets, and I just like this thing. I've cooked some burgers on it. This is the first actual cook that we've done. We've got the temperature dialed in at 225. It's reading around 240, but I'm sure it'll bring down in a little bit. And we're just gonna let this go for about 2 hours, and then we're gonna pull them. We can take a look at them real quick. We've got them on these pans, and I've got them kind of set to the sides. your flame is pretty much right in the middle and you've got a heat shield there. So I still figure it's probably a lot hotter in the middle. So I've got these on each side. We're still gonna get that smoke rolling all through the chamber because it's got that fan that just circulates all the air, and we're gonna see what happens. So we'll see you guys back whenever we are putting them into some liquid to get real tender. All right guys, we've had these pork belly burnt ends in the smoke for about 2 hours, and I think that they're ready to get tender. We're gonna treat these just kind of like we do pork ribs. We're gonna put some brown sugar, we're gonna put some honey, and we're gonna put some butter on there. So first thing we're gonna do though is hit it with a little bit more of this Plowboys Yardbird just to try to up that flavor profile a little bit. Now some of these were a little bit smaller than others, so they cooked up a whole lot faster. But I'm hoping that putting them in here and trying to get them real good and tender, braising them, that it's gonna make them soften up and be just delicious. I'm using dark brown sugar. You can use light if you want to. Our local grocery store had this on sale for like 90 cents or something, 75 cents a bag. And my wife judged me when I put like 17 bags in the cart. So about that much brown sugar. Then I'm gonna have to get some butter out. And we'll go ahead and put our honey on there first though. I feel like there should be some of that music going. Just about that much. Not a lot. About that much. Let me get some butter. Normally I'd have this cut up already, but I forgot about it. So, voila! Magic! There's butter! Alright guys, so we've got all that in there. You know, you can go ahead and put some barbecue sauce in here now, but we're gonna wait and make our glaze up while this is rendering down and getting real good and tender. I'm gonna cover it up with some aluminum foil. We're going to toss it back on the pit, and then we're going to get to making our glaze. Y'all stay tuned. Alright folks, now it's time to get this glaze ready. You can use just a regular barbecue sauce and that'd be it, but we're going to spruce things up just a little bit. I found this Puckett's original barbecue sauce, Memphis style, sweet no heat, at the store yesterday. And that's what we're going for. We're going for a sweet, sticky, ooey, gooey, just delicious pork belly burnt in. So I figured I'd start out with this. We're gonna use about a half a bottle, maybe a whole bottle, probably about a half though. And then because we don't want complete sweetness, we want to go ahead and add a little touch of heat with this tiger sauce. I love this stuff. I haven't used it a whole lot, but the few times I put it on ribs, it's been really good. So we're just going to go with about a splash, probably about a tablespoon or so. And then, can't never have enough brown sugar. Just enough to maybe thicken this up just a tad. Probably about a tablespoon or two. A little bit of honey. A little bit of our rub again, just because we want to keep that flavor profile going. And then here's the fun part. We're going to use a little bit of Simply Fruit, apricot, or as I say, apricot. I don't know, people make fun of me. But it's just a spreadable fruit. So this is completely, pretty much all fruit. The ingredients are apricots, lemon juice, fruit pectin, which I don't know what that is, natural flavors, and fruit syrup. So not a whole lot in it. I'm gonna go 2 dollops, just like that. Now you're gonna want to heat this up, A, because the fruit will render down better, and B, because you don't want to put cold sauce on your warm meat. So we're going to stir this up, get it put on the oven, on the stove, and then whenever those pork belly burnt ends get finished up, We're gonna transfer them to another pan, glaze them up, throw them back on the pit uncovered, and then my favorite part, finally, we're gonna eat them. Y'all stay tuned. All right guys, we've just pulled these back off the pit. We have them wrapped up for a little over an hour. Now we're gonna put them in another foil pan, and we're gonna glaze them up with that glaze that we made a few minutes ago. So we're just gonna take them out. You can see they've shrunk down in size quite a bit, and they're just super tender, super squishy, and that's what we're wanting. Now, you could just go ahead and glaze these up. Just take the full pan, the top off of the pan that you have these in, and use this braising liquid. I'm not gonna do that because we made up that glaze, and I wanna get them just a little bit sweeter than they already were. But you wanna make sure you roll them around in this juicy goodness that you've already took so long to create. So our glaze is good and sticky, and we're just going to dump it over all of this goodness. And then of course we're going to give it a toss. This is super sweet. We tried this a little while ago. I asked wifey what it tasted like, and she said sugar. So that's what we're wanting. We're wanting to make some meat candy. Now once you get these mixed up and get everything nice and coated with that glaze, you want to make it as even of a layer as you can. Because we're going to put these back on the pit, uncovered, and let this sauce or this glaze, let it tack up and get even stickier than it already is. Pork belly down. I couldn't do a video without getting dirty. Alright guys, we're going to get these put back out on the pit. It's not going to take long, about 20, maybe 30 minutes. And then I'm going to bring them back inside, and you're going to see me taste them. And really that's the best part to me. So we'll see you in just a little bit. Alright guys, we are done. Overall, it took right around 4 hours to get this cooked done. But if you weren't filming, things like that, I mean, honestly, we probably could have been done in about 3.5. Let's get these things out of the full pan, and then over here onto the cutting board, take some pictures, and try them out. They look super, super good. We'll just plate them up there, make them look all nice and pretty. So, let's recap on what we did. First thing we did was we got this pork belly cut up into about 1.5 inch squares. Some of mine were bigger, some of them were smaller. Overall, do whatever you feel like doing. We went ahead and put them in our rub. Use whatever you like. I used my 3 favorites and did the little shake and bake method. I think you'd really enjoy that if you tried it out. We put them on some smoke. We put them on hickory smoke for about 2 hours. Pulled them off, wrapped them up just like you would ribs. Brown sugar, butter, honey. And then after we had them wrapped up and getting tender, we went ahead and made up this glaze, and I really, really think that you'd like this, so be sure to try it out. Let's go ahead and taste one of these. I mean, just look at that. It's wanting to fall apart. The dogs are even excited about it. So sweet, so rich. You really can, the texture of it is what makes these amazing. They're super hot still, so my eyes are trying to water. But the texture is what makes these amazing. You need to try these, folks. Hey, I appreciate you for coming back and stopping in. We haven't done a video in like 6 months, probably a little bit out of practice, but I hope you enjoy it. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button for me, and then hit the bell for notifications on when we upload or release new videos. I'm going to try to get back in the habit of doing a video every Monday, so stay tuned for the next one. Until then, guys, be sure to check me out on all the social media links down below. There's a PayPal link down there as well. If you feel like you want to support the channel, that's the best way to do it, other than hitting that like button and the subscribe button. Till next time, guys, stick with me. We'll see what we can do. Thanks. God bless. Thanks, Deacon.
You didn't put it on a roll.
I mean, I can eat right now. Give me a roll.
Back. I gotta cut it.
What do you mean you gotta cut it?